Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'm going to do a breakdown on, I think, what is my favorite new defense. This is pretty awesome for getting some pressure. You got to make some adjustments to, so you can really pick up on what your opponent's doing and shut it down. I really like this, and I've been running it a lot lately and having a lot of success with it. I was running it earlier in the year, the 5-2 normal. I'm using the Bills playbook, but there's a couple other playbooks. We'll list those in the description, some other books that have it. Here we go, the Firezone 2. And this is a play that I really like it against, which you do, see a fair bit online, this kind of halfback wheel, which a couple of different crossing plays. So here is the default play art. And what I really like to do is to just shift the D-line to the left, shift my linebacker to the right, and blitz A. And then I'm going to user right over the middle there with that vertic that's still in the field. But I also will put my safety manned up on Brown and my CB manned up on Gurley in the backfield there. So you see I got those two guys manned up out there, so I don't really have to worry about them. The deep blue and the soft squat on the right side of the field, I'm actually going to hit Y and down to put underneath coverage so I get the hard flat on the field. And they should generally take out the route from the backfield and, anything low over there, any sort of drags that it'll help out if any of those routes from the left side are going over there. And then my user will watch anything moving from the right side over to the left, cover for those guys as they move out. The deep blue should be watching up top. And I also do have to keep an eye for one of those receivers on the right side. If they're running to the route to the left or over the middle, I'm going to have to pay attention to those. So you can get beat, but the pressure's going to get in there pretty quick. So what I do is I get with my user right around here in the little C gap, sometimes a little outside there. I don't know what that's called, the D gap. Then I'll just kind of lurk a little bit, and he's got to throw it away because the pressure is getting in there that quick. So again, just shifting to the left, getting the blitz, manning up the guys on the left side, get hard flats on the field. You can move that blitzing linebacker that you've set up there a little bit closer, but it's not necessary. He should get in there pretty good. So he's just trying to cause some trouble, and boom. He's got to try to scramble. He can't get away from it. The heat is getting in there. I love it against this play. I have a lot of success shutting it down. A trips tight end, there's a couple different plays that are really successful at a trips tight end. So it can be a little tougher. We got the hard flat. Yeah, I got everything. Oh, wait, hard flats on the field in the C gap. You can see that linebacker blitzing is a little bit closer, so I think he might even get in faster, kind of occupying the space. Boom, again, getting in there that fast. I guess it is like closer to 2 seconds, but we are seeing amazing pressure with this here in practice mode. This is better than you would see online, I would say. So I'm going to even move him a little closer, shift that line. I'm actually going to go over here and see if he gets a bit of a better angle attacking the QB if I come outside, because I think it's going to occupy that tackle a little bit more. If I get in there, see, he's just got to throw it away right away because he just knew he couldn't get anything with it. So let's take a look at another play here against it. Let's look at some sort of trips tight end play to see how we can stop that. Just getting over here. Okay, trips tight end. I'm going to have the computer run this, so even crossers would have been something. Okay, yeah, even verticals. This is kind of show here. So we've got 3 guys on this side. So in this case, typically, you're going to have, I see Allen Brown. So I would man up my CB, my best usually DB for coverage. I would have him set up for speed. So I would have him set against the best receiver. So in this case, I'm going to put my safety on Brown and put my CB on Allen, so we've got a little cross man there. With my user, he would be watching Fitzgerald in the slot. And I'm going to do the same thing, shift the D-line, move my blitzing QB over, and then I've got the option over on the right side of the field if I want to either man up somewhere, add an extra deep blue. I could always, instead of blitzing him, put him on the deep blue just to have a little bit of help. And also it seems like, I've got to do something with that cloud flat over there. Right now, it's just kind of going to help on any routes that develop over to that right side of the field, but the deep blue is also backing it up. So I could also be crazy and just, because a lot of times people will make a little pass to their tight end here, so you could man up Gronk, and then just seal the deal and just have basically man coverage almost all over the field. If that was the case, I would also blitz my linebacker though like this. So let's take a look here at how this develops. We can get that same pressure in there as strong as we wanted it. We had it against halfback wheel. Yeah, it's getting in there. See, nothing can really get open for the computer to throw it before that pressure is going to get in there and just take him out. So again, we're going to do that. Manning up Gronk, manning up Gurley, manning up Brown, manning up Allen. So see, it's basically all man coverage all over the place, a couple cross mans, and I've got to keep an eye on Fitzgerald myself. I'm blitzing the other linebacker. So I was sending 6, got 5 manned up, and I got my user over the middle. Boom. Pressure's getting in there. Again, I feel like I've sacked the computer almost every play here in practice mode. See, it's going to take some sliding. It's going to take some IDing. It's going to make your opponent work and have to adjust. So that's pretty much what I've been doing lately with this defense. Just starting off games, coming out in this defense. You know, that's the thing, right? Like, even you could just, you just put them all into deep blues and just see how it goes. Just you got your user over the middle. You're only going to send 5, but you got like 3 in coverage there. Maybe you want to shift this safety over a little bit just to watch, because he's got a bigger responsibility on the left side of the field, where you've got help over the middle and the right has a little less side. Even here, right, like their cloud flat doesn't look like it's even doing that much. It's just there for whatever. Even hard flat maybe, depending. Looking over the middle. Oh, it's going to get in there, but we're going to... I can't believe that didn't knock it loose. Holds on to it. That was my responsibility, I think, with Fitzgerald over the middle. I think the manning up does a better job, but I'm just showing you don't have to man up. You can leave it a little bit more conservative. Here, we could try it this way, actually, with blitzing that linebacker still. And we got cloud flats, and we're leaving our deep blues. So this time, definitely, I've got to man up Fitzgerald with my user here as he's coming across, because he could get wide open, but hopefully the pressure will get in there this time before he can really throw it. Boom, getting the pick. That's the thing, too. A lot of times people will have to make quick decisions because their pressure's getting in there so fast, and they don't want to take the sacks anymore. They're sick of taking it, so they'll just throw the ball up, and you get so many picks. And guess what? This can stop the run as well. Yeah, you're not going to get pancaked, obviously, because you're sending this many in such a heavy defensive set. So it's shutting down the run for me. A lot of times when I have those guys manned up, too, they just convert to stopping that run so quickly. So I think that's a huge part of it. I think basically I am just subbing in. Let's take a look at this. What I'm doing is you kind of want... let's take a look at the personnel here. So I've got LT here. That's I would actually put better user right there, and then put LT somewhere on that spot, or maybe in this linebacker spot where you're gonna blitz. Right now I've got like Ray Lewis. Yeah, Ray Lewis is gonna be great there blitzing, and then having like your Bars, your Shaziers, whoever. Derek Brooks. I don't know why I said Bar. He's not a great user anymore, but I do have him on my team. I like to rock a 96 Bar. He still makes it in there sometimes. So you want to have a user in that spot right there. Obviously, you could. I don't think you can bring in a safety, right? You can't bring in a safety, obviously, into this set. So you are limited there, but there's a ton of great users you can use there, and then you just send in pressure, really. And then sometimes I'll sub in a different middle linebacker, maybe Kerrigan or Kuechly, into where LT is, just to get a little bit, maybe if I want to add an extra hook zone over on that side. I end up doing a lot of different setups with this, just depending on what I'm seeing from my opponent over a game, but it's definitely been working out for me. So let's take a look at some of the gameplay footage I have of this as well. So in the first setup here, I've got a couple different ones. That basic setup with the deep blue actually as well in the middle, just to stop the run here. You see they get in very quickly. Again, here a more man setup, and the run is going to get stopped quickly. He's got to spin right away, gets basically past the first guy, but can't get past the second. And again, here we see even when they're in a heavier formation, we're still getting in there and able to stop the run. So here we're going to see there's that basic setup with the man up on the left, zones on the right. My user just picking up the crossing. He goes up top, and we're able to knock that ball down. A lot of times, too, they'll throw into these coverage situations, one-on-ones, and I will get the stops. Another good man up. I'm doing a good job usering over the left to shut everything down. It's got to go up top, and again, see, from behind, I'm able to do that little cutover and stop that pass deep. Gets a lot of time, pressure's not getting in, but he's got to roll out and throw one up. And on that crossing out, I'm able to get in there and shut it down. Very Pat Sale kind of looking deep out sort of deal. Here's a little different. I noticed a hard flat over to the left side of just trying to get a little help there. Had the CB blitzing as well, and just kind of confuses him a bit. Tries to throw it up top in the middle. All that coverage converges, and we knock it down. Here again against like I get caught on the lock cam here, but I do a great job just following that route over. Too late, get the bad time and drop pick, but we knock it down. As 4th down, I get the ball back. So a lot of good tip downs, knockdowns. Always a great part of this defense being able to stop those. Here he's from under center. Again, I've got a CB kind of coming in, blitzing. Pressure gets in there, and we get a sack. And like I said, when we saw in practice mode, I get up pressure in there a lot with this defense and a lot of sacks. You know, coverage is locked down. He's trying to back up and roll out, but eventually someone is going to get in there. This is a block shed defense for sure. Look at that. Eventually, the pressure is going to get in there, and it's not going to give people enough time if you are locking it down properly. Here we see close to his own end zone, backing up. Pressure gets in there. He tries to roll out. It's too late. You're going to get that big sack again. Here we can see man up on the left, zones on the right. That's like an instant one, like we were seeing in practice mode there, just getting in there so fast. I see a couple of yellows on this one, just locking up the middle of the field. Another sack gets in there. Here, this is in a playoff game. I'm up 7-0. My opponent has the ball. Here's dropping back from under center. Look how fast that pressure gets in. They're off the edge. Can't even do anything. This one's 5 wide. Seems like I'm sending 5. Manned up on the left. Big responsibility for my user here. I am able to shut it down, though, with the quick sack. See, there was open routes. He just couldn't see them in time. People have to work through their progression very quickly. Here I see almost like a cover 3 kind of look, and the pressure gets in there that fast. Wow, a lot of different... See, I'm adjusting as the game goes on with this defense, just seeing what my opponent is giving me, kind of switching between that and nickel, but a lot of times using the 5-2 more if that's what my opponent is giving to me. Here my opponent's dropping back in their own end zone. I've got to see like 3 routes running to the left, but he's going to throw it right up top over the middle, and basically he gets hit as he does. That's going to knock down, and I'm going to pick that up. Look at Sanders coming back here with speed. Nice spin move, cutting back in inside the 30 towards the 20, and he's taken down there just around the 20 with that pick. Nice little return on it. Something that's happened. I've noticed I've gotten a lot better on my after interception returns and reading the cam and stuff. Here he's going up top, but he's throwing into double coverage. Had 2 guys manned up, and we're able to get that user pick. There's like 30 seconds left at the end of the game here, and I'm up by 3, so I'm just chilling because I'm going to be able to end this game now with a couple of kneels. So I just don't want to even run that out, worry about it, just eat some clock. So here again, my opponent has 4 wide, and I've got a manned up on the left, zones on the right. He's rolling out, but the block sheds are about to get him. He puts one up over the middle. Coverage gets there. We're able to get that pick. Not able to get much of a return on that one. Here again, we're seeing my opponent looking deep over top. Oh, he had something there, but he turned it into an out route. He goes up top to the other receiver, but I'm able to click on and get a user pick. Avoid the safety there. Very close to getting the safety, but I'm able to get it back up. So here again, we see a little under center bunch formation, and he's trying to put it up top outside there, but I click on again. Get that pick. That's the thing with man coverage on vertical routes. It seems like they're open, but it can close on it very quickly. Here we see like a makeshift cover 4 out of it that I was just getting a lot of coverage with on a play here that I just thought he was going deep. He looks deep over there, and that was the most open with the deep blue that had to cover that whole side of the field, and they get in there to make the pick. Look at that, jumping that route. That was almost like Madden 18 last year. Looking spinning free on these. This one's going to be gone for a pick 6 on that. Get a nice spin move to get free, get a lucky bounce off spin move, and then Sanders is gone to the end zone. There's my trademark hurdle as I get those touchdowns. And so a lot of click and picks, and as well, you know, when they do start to try to quick throw you over the middle and challenge your user, that's when you can start to really get some nice little baits and some user lurks. Here we're seeing right over the middle of the field. He's got to make a quick throw, but my user's right there kind of hiding in the D-line, and I'm able to just jump back and make that pick. This one here near his own end zone, I've got kind of like a makeshift cover 3. I'm just usering, got kind of stopping 2 routes over the middle. That one just like passes off, and I'm able to just stand there and just pick it off. He's not going to be able to get outside and stop me. And this next one, I think it looks very similar. We see it's a little further out from his own end zone, but I'm kind of using a similar kind of setup, just lurking right over the middle of the field, and he throws it effectively right at me. I'm just going to take this one back again. No one's going to be able to catch me. Hurdle into the end zone. Pick 6. User lurk. I am loving this defense. Maybe I'm a little late to the party because I know other people have been using some 5-2, but I'm going to have a few more 5-2 plays, but this is the main play that I'm using, that I'm kind of scheming out of with my 5-2 defense. Let me know what you think of it. Give this video a like. I've been Time Bomb. You guys are awesome. I will catch you later.